Om Shanti. Welcome all of you. We'll spend a minute of silence. Invoke the Supreme Being for the program, the episode on happiness. The Supreme Being has told us happiness, two important things. खुशी जैसी खुराक नहीं, which means happiness is the nourishment for the soul. And second, खुशी का खजाना. Happiness is a treasure for all of us, for all the souls. So let's create these two beautiful thoughts, that happiness is the food for the soul and the treasure for the soul. So with this brief background on happiness, let's just start the session. Welcome all of you. A hearty welcome to all the people who have joined as usual on time for the episode on happiness. And Sister Meera, Didi, who's from Malaysia, will be delivering her deliberation on this. Before we start, I would request the Vancouver team to welcome Sister Meera, particularly Sister Anu. Over to you, Anu, sister.
We'll invite Sister Claudia.
Om Shanti. Thank you for being with us, Sister Meera. It's a pleasure to have you here. Actually, I still remember last time when you came, and to be around you is so much happiness. You know, you are real, the happiness, because when you have you around, we are always happy and you bring happiness to us. So I think we are today, happiness is a very difficult thing because people are so stressed. So it's very good to hear from you, especially about happiness. And I am sure that's going to bring happiness to everyone. So I like to ask Anu to give you some flowers in the name of all of us who are here this morning for us, evening for you, and afternoon for many of us. So welcome to Vancouver, to Canada, to everywhere.
Thank you.
Dear Meera, Didi, yes, welcome from all the people watching from all over the world. We welcome you with this beautiful bouquet of flowers.
Thank you.
Thank you for being with us today. And we all are really looking forward to listen to you, to tap onto the happiness that we have and how we can always stay in touch with it. Once again, thank you very much and very, very hearty welcome, Didi.
Thank you.
I think I'm so sorry, my connect.
Yeah, I think the connectivity a little bit is affecting. Manoj, brother. So maybe we can just carry forward as Manoj Bhai will be joining, and from his end, the internet part will be fixed. So I think I'll just introduce Sister Meera, as you all, a lot of us must be knowing. Yes, Manoj Bhai, if you're fine, please go ahead.
Apologies, I'm so sorry, the internet is playing around. Apologies for that. So yeah, thank you so much for welcoming Sister Meera. So before I go ahead, let me just introduce to you all of about Sister Meera and her achievements. All of you know very well that she has taken the first episode for us about introversion and introspection. It was a beautiful talk, sister, and people remember you for that. Let me just introduce you slightly because many people don't know about your activities. So Sister Meera is basically associated with Brahma Kumaris since 1968. She entered the Brahma Kumaris from the Mysore branch after completing her BSc degree at Mysore University. And I think she's got these two big achievements to her credit in her Seva field. In 1986, she was instrumental in promoting the International Year of Peace project by Brahma Kumaris. And the project was named as Million Minutes of Peace Appeal. And she participated in the international finale, which was held in New York. And the second other international project where she was again instrumental was the Global Cooperation for a Better World, which was basically a peace messenger initiative dedicated to the United Nations. And also it was conducted all over the world by Brahma Kumaris. So she's instrumental for those two big events. She's a sought after speaker for many talks, and she's also delivered many talks, but I would want to mention a few about particularly the South and the Southeast Asia, which is the area of service for her. She presented papers at the World Hindu Conference in 2003 in Colombo, Sri Lanka, and also at the Hindu Summit in Bali, Indonesia. So these are a few achievements, and we know that when you look at her, happiness radiates from her. She's always radiating and exuding this beautiful energy of happiness. And you all would be very fortunate today because she also asked me to play a song for all of you, which highlights the importance of happiness in our life. So I'll just play that song. And Nikhil Bhai, since I had just locked off because of connectivity issues, just please make me the co-host. Thanks. Yeah, I am already. Thanks.
अच्छा ही होगा फिक्र क्यों करे हर बात में सबका कल्याण है हर बात में सबका कल्याण है खुशी का मरम ये सुनाते रहो सदा खुश रहो मुस्कुराते रहो खजाना खुशी का लुटाते रहो सदा खुश रहो
So with this note of happiness, and before I forget, a few housekeeping instructions. So for people, you all can see the globe icon at the bottom. It's mentioned interpretation, and if you can click on that, you can see those languages: German, French, Spanish, Arabic, and Hindi. And once you click on that, then you can mute your original audio so that you can listen to the language which you have selected. And the flow of the talk is Didi would be delivering the talk, say, for around the next 50 minutes, 45 to 50 minutes, following which we'll take question and answers, which you can start sending it to me 5 minutes prior to the completion of the talk. And then after those around 10-15 minutes of question answer, then we will be also going in the meditation. Sister will be conducting for us that. So with these instructions, I would just now pass on to Sister Meera for her talk. Thank you. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. Thank you very much, Brother Manoj, for giving such a beautiful introduction. And thanks to all of you for being present here tonight. For me, it is night. For you, it may be day. You know, when we talk about life on earth, there is a common expression that is being used to understand what is life. They say life is a challenge, you must face it. Life is a gift, you must accept it. Life is a game, you must play it. Life is a song, you must sing it. Life is a story, you must write it, and so on. And so we can see we are here on earth to enjoy life as a pleasure. But today, if you ask anyone, how is your life these days? The answer we receive is it's full of pressure. But when we look into our daily life, you know, each and every one of us works so hard. Whether you are a student, you are a housewife, you are a professional, you work from day to night, from birth to death so hard. For what? To keep yourself happy and make others happy. Because we have heard the expression, there is no food like happiness, and there is no sickness like worry and anxiety. So are we really happy in our life after working so hard with the aim of being happy? We are still searching for happiness. Maybe we are searching in wrong places. You know, when we look at people's life today, there is an illusion about happiness. Some people think that the materialistic, you know, things can bring a lot of happiness to them. For example, money. So there is a constant tendency to acquire a lot of wealth, acquisition. Lot of acquisition will bring me happiness. So some going after possession, some going after possessions, some going after wealth, thinking that by accumulating a lot, I will be happy. But look at the person who is called the millionaire in this world. They have all the wealth, they have all the position. Are they happy? In fact, they are the most worried person on this earth because they can't keep well, they cannot eat well, they cannot sleep well. And so, what is happiness? And where is happiness? So for me, actually, you know, happiness is inside story. It's nothing to connect with outside. So when I say it's an inside story, what I mean is that I need to look into myself and ask 3 questions. 3 simple questions which Dadi Janki always used to say. Who am I? Who I belong to? And why am I here? My purpose of my existence. So when I'm able to go into the depth of understanding the answers for these questions, when I find the real answers, I begin to unlock my intellect. I am a soul. I am child of God. My purpose of existence here is to give and take. It's not one way. So when we are able to unlock our intellect, which we call it as the opening of the eye of wisdom, then the energy, the positive energy begins to flow. And that is where I begin to realize that happiness is my nature. Happiness is my intrinsic quality. I am a happy soul. That is why when they describe the quality of the soul, we always use this expression, Sat Chit Anand. I am truth, I am living, I am bliss. So I don't need to go anywhere to acquire something to make myself happy. It is inside story. So if I am able to have that self-realization, realization of the 7 positive qualities that I have within myself and my relationship with God, I draw that positive energy into myself, you can see the change in your life. So what I would like to share with you is simple 7 steps that we can use in our life to tap that happiness we already have within ourselves. Emerge that happiness which we already have within ourselves. First step, we all have heard of this expression, you become what you think. In other words, you are what you think. And we all know that we have a choice to think. You know, you can think good, you can think bad, you can think negative, you can think positive. It's your choice. You know, so we need to make the right choices. We have 4 types of thoughts running on the screen of our mind constantly. Negative thoughts, positive thoughts, necessary thoughts, unnecessary thoughts. And now you know that, waste thoughts will make me heavy. Negative thoughts will bring fear and insecurity in my life. And positive thought brings happiness. So as I said, when I have already discovered myself that I am a soul, in that soul consciousness, I am able to open the eye of my intellect. My power of discernment works precisely, and so I can make the right choice. So you have a choice to make your choices. And so the more I am able to think positive, the more I am able to remain an optimist, the more happiness I am able to accumulate, the positive energy within myself. Now, what is positive thinking? It is not just going around with a smiling face when things are going wrong, saying everything is okay. That is not positive thinking. It means 3 things. To look at every problem as a challenge, to look at every difficulty as an opportunity, and to actually be an optimist instead of being a pessimist. That's why, psychologists always say, what is the difference between an optimist and a pessimist? Optimist, loves to forget, but a pessimist forgets to laugh. That makes a lot of difference. We can be in the same situation. So make sure you make your mind your best friend. When you make your mind your best friend, your mind will cooperate with you to bring back the happiness which you already have within yourself. So that is the first step. Second step to tap the happiness from within ourselves is the way we live. You know, our life is made up of three times: past, present, and future. What is past will become present, what is present will become future. So the art of living we need to learn to be happy is to live in the present. You know, when you live in the present, your life is like a fresh flower, always blooming in happiness. They say past is history. It's gone. So present is mystery. We don't know. So what is now in our hand is the present. So make your present the maximum and your life becomes a present for others. So that is the important step that would help us to bring back the happiness that we have lost. And the third step for emerging happiness from within is actually to, you know, generosity. Practice generosity in life. Share what you have with others. You know, this is a secret of activating abundance. The more you share what you have with others, the more you will activate abundance of that. You know, when we were small, our parents used to say, when you get a piece of sweet, you should not eat alone. You should share with many people. The sweetness of that sweet increases. So let me not just be a miser, you know, everything I want for myself. Let me share, generous. The more you give, the more you receive. You know, happiness is like energy, right? It goes in circles. When you give happiness, it comes back to you. It is scientific. When you give sorrow, you get back the sorrow also. But when you give happiness generously, you get back the happiness. So remember that generosity activates abundance of happiness. Give generously, whatever you have. And the fourth step, what I would like to share is actually, you know, you need to learn the art of forgiving and forgetting. Many of us hold things in our heart. There's no reason for us to be unhappy, but we hold resentment, you know, we hold grudges, you know, bitterness towards other people, and that does not allow to remain happy. So let me learn the art of forgiving and forgetting. What it means to forgive. Let go of the past. And you know, there are 3 magical words they say you can use that works like a lubricant in relationship is, I am sorry. That's enough. You know, you have forgiven and you have asked for forgiveness. Because when I don't have any kind of resentment or bitterness or, you know, kind of that negative feeling, my heart becomes enlarged. See, there are 4 types of heart in this world. One is broken heart, closed heart, you know, heavy heart. But what kind of heart I need to have? Happy heart. So a happy heart is a heart which knows the art of forgiving and forgetting. So that is very important if I want to lead a happy life. Otherwise, this nature of resentment make me like like a ghost, my intellect always haunting, and I cannot rest in peace. And the fifth step, what I would like to suggest in order to be always happy is to have purity, because which is very, very important. We are always told that purity is the mother of peace and happiness. How can you have happiness, child, without having the mother purity? So it is the purity of our minds, divinity of my intellect that attracts purity, that attracts happiness in my life. I always remember small children, babies. They are always smiling, they are always cheerful, they are always happy because, they have such purity in their life. They don't keep anything, their conscience is clear. So I need to practice purity like a child, innocence. Two children, they fight 1 minute, next minute they already loving each other, So let me practice purity in my thoughts, purity in my words, actions and relationship. That is why they say cleanliness is next to godliness. So purity gives birth to happiness, because in purity there is innocence, there is vicelessness, and there is no expectation. So purity is a must if I want to attract happiness and permanent happiness. Of course, temporary happiness you can always get, with materialistic things, but real happiness comes through purity. And the seventh step, which is also very important, is to develop an attitude of gratitude. This is so important. You should start practicing it the moment you wake up in the morning. This attitude of gratitude actually attracts happiness into your life, satisfaction, contentment. So an attitude of gratitude is counting on what I have and thanking God constantly. When you wake up in the morning, first of all, thank God for another day. Smile, have a big smile for the first time when you wake up in the morning. And then you put on the switch, there is light. You open the tap, there is water. So every little thing, I thank God. So when my heart is filled with that thankfulness, gratefulness to God, that feeling of positive energy flows through. So that is why they say altitude of happiness is measured on the basis of your attitude of gratitude. So never forget to practice this from the first thought that you wake up, and as many times as possible during the day, which is very important. So try with these 7 steps in your life and see how you are able to emerge the happiness which you already have. You don't have to go and search for happiness. I am a happy soul. My intrinsic quality is to be happy. All that has happened during the course of our lifetime is that we have merged that due to our wrong consciousness towards ourselves. Identifying myself as a body has attracted negative energy, and now I have to replace it by practicing some of these steps. But apart from that, what I have discovered also, there are some secrets in life which I must keep it as a guideline, so that even though I follow these steps to emerge that happiness, There is always, like when somebody is always happy, others may be there to disturb and take away my happiness. So I would like to share with you from my experience and coming in contact with people, what are the 5 important secrets that I need to keep it in my life so I am not influenced by anybody else. So I can just maintain consistency in the happiness that I have discovered from within. So the first secret is, they say desires are the root cause of sorrow. You agree? Desires are the root cause of sorrow. So if you want to lessen your sorrow, you lessen your desires. So the less my desires, the less problems I will have. Which means you need to practice contentment. Just be happy with what you have. Understand the karma philosophy. You have got what you deserve. If you desire more than you deserve, you will not be able to get it. So appreciate. The second step is appreciate what you have and enjoy it. So first secret is to lessen your desires. Secondly, appreciate, without comparing with others, appreciate what you have. Because everybody receives according to our karma. Nobody gets. हिंदी में कहते हैं ना, समय के पहले भाग्य से ज्यादा किसी को कुछ नहीं मिलने का है. Before time and without fortune, nobody gets anything. Everything is achieved according to time, according to fortune. So I appreciate, there was a small joke the other day. Somebody was saying, there was a boy, who had one pair of shoe already. He was crying, because he wanted another pair of shoes. So the father said no. So then somebody told him, hey boy, why you are crying? You have already one pair of shoes. Remember that boy who don't even have a leg to wear a shoes. How he would feel. So you should be happy. You have 2 legs and a pair of shoes. Sometimes we have the nature of comparing ourselves with others. And so we don't appreciate what we have. And the third important secret is don't have expectations. Don't have expectations. Expectations always leads to disappointments. Do your best and leave the rest to God. Otherwise, when I have expectation, I have lost all the happiness that I have, because my children, my husband, my colleague did not do what I wanted them to do. But you need to understand each soul has their own part to play, and each soul have their own energy. That is all they can do. So if I have expectation, I will not encourage them to use their specialty, what they have been using, because my expectation brings not only disappointment, but a feeling of hopelessness in others. So don't have expectation, instead appreciate. So that is very important. And the fourth secret, Prakash Mani Dadi always used to say, no worry, no hurry, no curry. Remember these 3 things. Because you cannot worry and be happy. That is why they have composed the song in English, right? Don't worry, be happy. So the one who worries cannot be happy. Of course, according to the present situation, if you go and tell people, don't worry, they will think, what happened to you? You know, we are in such a difficult situation. People are dying. We are in pain. We are losing our beloved ones. And you say, don't worry. Of course, if you worry, does it help? Can you help a people? Can you help the person who is in pain if you worry? Can you help the family who have lost their beloved ones by worrying? So instead, what we need to practice instead of worrying, so we need to change into well-being. Give them courage to face the difficulties. Have good wishes for them. Give them strength to face the problem. Don't show pity, but show mercy on them. But if I myself get worried, I will be a problem to somebody. And those people who hurry always lose their happiness because they make a lot of mistakes in hurry and then they suffer. So if I want to be constantly happy, I need to keep away from worry. Change worry into well-being and change hurry into doing things fast but not rushing. Dadi Janki's mantra I always remember. She said, don't rush, be quick. So you can understand the difference. Don't rush, but be quick. What it means. So that means, you know, when you do things quickly, what it means is you are thinking, you are speaking, your action should be same. That is called quick. Rushing is without thinking and doing things and then regret. So much time is being wasted, you know. So that is why these 5 secrets are very, very important, so that I can maintain the happiness that I have created and maintain it consistently. Don't become so sensitive that when somebody says something, I lose my happiness. See, they can say anything, but why should my happiness be based on their words? It should be based on my own achievements. That is very important in a way, because then I will not be sensitive, but I will be more sensible. And the last secret, what is very important in our life is, you know, we need to make sure we still practice honesty in our life. Honesty has to be the best policy for happiness. My conscience has to be very clear and clean. No matter what I do, if my conscience is not clear, you know, if my conscience is biting, I cannot be happy. So what Baba teaches us is, be honest with yourself. Someone who is truthful and honest dance in happiness. Not physically dancing. What I mean is that their face is always cheerful. They are light in nature. They don't have any fear because they can eat well, keep well, sleep well. They can live harmoniously with everyone because they have nothing to hide. You know, a person can live their life telling lies for 9 days, but the 10th day he will be caught. Because when you speak lie, you can not remember what you said last time, right? You will say 9 times, 9 ways. But 10th time you are caught by your own words. But if you are honest, inside out, transparent, you will say the same thing 10 times even if you're asked. Because truth cannot change. So this is why, even though it is very difficult in our present life to lead a life based on truth, but still we have to carry on with that honesty so that I feel happy within myself. My conscience is clear. Very often I feel like, people, when they think about happiness, they always think anticipating for the future. Oh, when I grow up and when I get my degree, when I pass the examination, when I get married, when I have a house, I will be happy. So that means they are thinking happiness is destination. So correct it. Happiness is not destination, it is journey. That means you need to experience happiness as you move along in life. Not like, when I grow up, when I get married, when I have a big car, I will be happy. You are anticipating, waiting. No, why not today? Why not now? That is why they say happiness is not a destination, it is a journey. Happiness is not tomorrow, it's today. They also say that happiness is not, it is a decision, something that you experience it now and not later. So according to my own experience, what I feel is that happiness is not dependency, it's a decision. It's not dependency, it's a decision. Happiness is in what you are and not what you have. This must be underlined. Happiness is in what you are and not what you have. Anybody can take away whatever you have, but what you are will stay with you. So just to keep that in mind so that I don't look out, I don't wait, I don't anticipate for someone to make me happy. And the best way to keep myself happy is to give others happiness. So I call it as G3 formula. That means give 3 and get 1 free. I'm sure everybody will like that, because whenever you go somewhere, when you get something free, you, without knowing, you will buy it. So if you want to be always happy, practice this G3 formula. Give 3, get 1 free. What is that? In your thought, give always good wishes to others. Through your words, as Baba said today also, give dil kush mitai, speak sweet words. And through your action, donate virtues. Give 3. What you get free? Blessing. So when I am beginning to accumulate blessings upon blessings, my life will be a blessed life. I will become totally ignorant of what is desire. It will disappear from my life. Before I conclude, I just want to share with you one password for happiness. What is the password that I can use to make myself happy? It is made up of 5 letters. Smile. Each letter means when you smile, what happens? See miracle in life every day. And if you want this password to work for you, just have a thought. It's a magic word and you have to use the magic key. You think in your mind, God loves me. The moment you have that thought in your mind, the smile come on your face, the happiness flows like a, nitrous oxide. They say it's a laughing gas. So your smile will become contagious. Your happiness will contagious and flow. That is why they say a smile says many things. Smile says welcome. Smile says well done. Smile says good luck. Smile says thank you. So all that we need at the present time is a smile on the face. Smile works like a drop of water in a desert. But not artificial smile like nowadays, You see in the supermarket and many places, they put a big label here, serve with smile, but they will be getting angry. Not that kind of smile, artificial. Smile from the heart. And who can actually have that smile, a cheerful face, is someone's intellect. When the intellect is faced towards God and draw that positive energy, just like a sunflower, when it is facing the sun, it's always blooming. So take this gift today to have such a cheerful face like sunflower. Wherever you go, you bring light. That's why they say there are two kinds of people in our world today. One type of people are those who bring happiness wherever they go, like the sun. Everywhere the sun goes, he dispels darkness. So one type of people are those who give happiness wherever they go, and second type of people are those who give happiness whenever they go. That means when that person leave the place, others become happy. So ask yourself what kind of a person you are. Everybody waits for the sun to rise in the morning so that the light can come in. So I should make sure that I leave happiness wherever I go, like the sun, with my smile, so that they can remember that smile, that cheerful face, and forget their sorrow. So this is why nowadays Baba says you can do a lot of service through your face and your behavior. So what kind of face can do service? You don't have to give any knowledge to anybody. You don't have to give 7 days course to anybody. Just have a smiling face. Cheerful face. So that cheerful face is only possible on the basis of my thinking, because face is the index of the mind. So what you are thinking reflects on your mind, on your face, isn't it? And so if I am always in tune with God and connected with that positive source of energy and filling myself with that energy, automatically not only I finish my own negativities, but I am able to radiate that positivity around. And so keep this password with you, apply it for you in your life, and you become an instrument to pass this password without saying a single word through your smiling face. So a face can do a lot of service without speaking, because when you are not speaking, you are speaking a lot. And so make up your mind today. Even if I lose everything in my life, even if I have to die, I will die in happiness. I will not take any sorrow. Somebody yesterday was sharing that even when I'm leaving my body also, if I have that smile on my face when I'm leaving the body, people take inspiration even from my dead body in my last moment of leaving the body. So this is why, I need to remember smile is a very important gesture that not only makes me happy, but it brings happiness to others. And so in that way, I become an instrument to bring souls close to God and close to their own self-respect. So don't search for happiness outside of yourself. It is inside story. Let me spend some time every day meditating, connecting myself with God so that I have self-realization, God realization. So on that basis, I am able to bring happiness into my life permanently, not temporarily. Temporary happiness you can get from anywhere. But what we want to experience in life is permanent happiness, and that is possible only by using some of these methods. I hope you can remember the 7 steps, 5 secrets, and the password that not only makes you happy, but brings happiness, ray of happiness and hope in the lives of others. Thank you so much. Om Shanti.
Thank you so much, Didi. Indeed, you have given us a treasure house of happiness and beautiful points you covered. As you said, those 7 secrets and also the 7 steps rather, and the 5 secrets. And I like those beautiful points. I'll just share those and then go in the questions. You said, don't be sensitive, be sensible. There are a few questions coming on that. Also, I liked it when you said that happiness is not a dependency, but it's a decision. So very important. I have to decide, I have to be happy, come what may from outside. Then you also very beautifully explained, and a very beautiful, simple sentence in English. Happiness is with what you are, and it is not what you have. So beautifully said that. And one more thing, which I think you have just given us so many points, we can just go on and on. You said that the altitude of happiness is measured by the attitude of gratitude. So these are beautiful tips, I feel. And lastly, the acronym of SMILE. Let's see miracles in life every day happening with just your smile, because a smile lights up your face. So let me just dive deep into the questions. Lots of questions for you, Didi. So I'll start with the first one. Someone is asking that people give me sorrow. But as you all say in Brahma Kumaris, that you all should not be taking sorrow. So what can I do so that I don't feel sorrow?
See, I take sorrow because I have expectation. Actually, they're giving sorrow. I am not the cause for it, but they may have some unfulfilled desires. So they are not satisfied. So they give sorrow. But if I don't take it, it will be left with them, isn't it? But I take sorrow because I'm sensitive. My heart is like a what you call candle, wax, melts away very fast. So remember, giving sorrow is violence. It's sin. But taking sorrow is also a sin, because I am committing violence on myself. I am committing a sin. So if I am satisfied with myself, if I don't have any expectation, even if somebody comes to give me sorrow, I don't take it. So it will be left with the person who came to give me. And so once they say I'm not taking, they will stop coming to give me. But today we have become customers of sorrow. And so people keep on coming and selling sorrow to us. So this is why Dadi Janki always says, Don't have a heart like stone that gives sorrow to others. Don't have a heart like wax that takes sorrow, but have a heart like gold. Strong and soft. Strong and flexible. So then you don't take sorrow, you don't give sorrow.
Thank you so much. A beautiful explanation. So I think we need to check that it's probably my expectation which is creating that sorrow. So I think there are quite a few questions on expectation. I'll cover that later if we have time. Another beautiful question. I am happy with my materialistic life. That's what the brother is saying. Do I really need to practice spirituality to be happy?
But what kind of happiness you have? Based on materialistic happiness, is it permanent happiness? Because materialistic life, matter is, subjected to change. It's inevitable. So when I base my happiness on materialism, there will be, matter is subjected to change, it will deteriorate. So one day I will be unhappy also. So this is why Baba says that, you can make use of the matter, but don't depend on the materialist things for your happiness, because they are not permanent. They are like, they are like a temporary. Today it is there and tomorrow it is not there. So that is why it is important to balance materialistic life with spirituality. Like say, for example, body and soul, we are made up of two types of energy. So you can give 50% importance to body, 50% importance to the soul. So when there is balance of physical and spiritual life, you will always remain blissful. Otherwise, there is a lot of imbalance in life.
Right. Thank you, Didi. You started the talk with a beautiful saying about life. Life is a challenge, you have to face it. Life is a song, you have to sing it. Life is a game, you have to play it, and many others you said. So the brother is saying, in Hindi, we say, Kabhi khushi, kabhi gum. So like life is full of ups and downs. If I'm up, if I'm in a high point in my life, I'm very happy. But in a low point, obviously it's natural to be a bit depressed and to feel a bit low. So how to deal with situations when I am in my lows of my life?
Means, life is, as we say, game. So one time you will win, and other time you have to allow others to win. It's a victory and defeat. But when I got defeat, I don't consider that as a permanent defeat. It's a temporary defeat to allow me to overcome my ego. So that after I have got that defeat, when I have accepted the defeat, not as a permanent defeat, but a pause to check myself and change my ego, then I don't give up. Because of defeat, I don't give up. I move on to the life. When I become victorious again, I won't have the ego. So these are two phases of life: happiness and sorrow, respect and disrespect, loss and gain. So I must understand that one thing will follow the other. So I don't need to get, upset about it, but I just need to work on myself, because defeat has come to allow me to work on my ego. Sorrow has come to make me realize the importance of happiness. Because if you are always happy, sorrow doesn't come, you don't appreciate happiness, isn't it? Only when sorrow comes, you can compare to say that was happiness you appreciate. And so when we have the understanding of life made up of two phases, one thing will follow the other. So we will not get stuck in one thing only. We accept happiness, we accept sorrow also, because we know that after the sorrow comes the happiness. So it's a two phases in life.
Right. I think you covered this beautifully about expectations and desires in the 5 secrets of happiness. But I'll take a few practical questions which people are facing. They say that we totally understand we don't need to expect anything from others. But when it comes to our own children, they sometimes don't talk respectfully with us and they try to manipulate us, and then it hurts. So they create the emotion of hurt. That's what he's saying. So we may forgive them, but how not to feel hurt in that situation?
See, actually, attachments. Parents have attachment, children have attachment with parents. So any form of attachment will leave you with hurt. Because, you consider something as mine. And so when I get attached to something, when you want to separate, it tears. And so I need to use love. Instead of attachment, if I have love in my relationship, then I will be able to teach others with love and not by force. So then I don't get hurt. I understand love and law balance, so that I don't take sorrow. I take sorrow just because of attachment. If I use love as the means to bring up my children, love is positive. Love is in the soul. Love is nothing connected with the body. So when I begin to see another one as soul, in soul consciousness, and I accept whatever they are doing according to their capacity, that is their drama. So I will not have expectation, because each soul is doing their best according to their strength in the drama. So I appreciate. No comparison. Sometimes in family it happens. Parents always compare one child with the other and create jealousy between them also. And they themselves suffer from hurt, because the other one obey, other one doesn't obey. So I think the best remedy for this is replace attachment with love. And love can melt the heart and can transform anyone.
Right. So I think we have moved from expectation to acceptance, and replacing attachment with love, the vice with a virtue, will really work wonders in life. A next very simple question is, I'm attending a funeral. So how can I keep a happy and a cheerful face at that time?
Means you don't need to laugh, and you don't need to show your happiness in giggling, in laughing loudly in such a situation. But at that time, keeping a face positive, peaceful, not getting affected, influenced by the emotions of others, remaining stable, that is called internal happiness. Because you have understanding that soul has finished its part and it has left to play another part. The soul has not died. Soul is immortal, eternal, and imperishable. So when I have that kind of understanding, I will not be affected by the emotions of the atmosphere. I can have a stable stage and radiate that positive energy. That is what it means. When you go to the funeral, your presence should give energy to others. Your presence should make other person become stronger to face their situation, the loss or whatever. You don't speak any single word, but your face, your expression, your vibrations of positivity serves silently.
Right. Thank you, Didi. Another question is, what about the poor and unhappy children who don't have food, toys, or medicine? So how do we make their parents happy?
So of course, it is understanding, because we understand from our side, everybody gets what they deserve according to their karma, right? So we should learn the art of sharing, because the best thing that we can do is to share what we have with others, so that we feel happy within ourselves that we are not selfish, we are sharing. But then sometimes greed comes in such children, who don't have enough of what they want. And so sometimes greed is created. So that attention I need to keep in the name of making poor people happy, giving them toys or food or whatever they need, not make them depend on you, not make them feel pity, but you can enlighten them as they go along, uh, with the karma philosophy, so that they can help themselves to do better karma now, so that they can do better fruit in the future. So that should be my aim.
Right. I'll take a couple of questions. We have 5 more minutes for that. One of the brothers here is having some sleep problems. So he's saying, I face a problem while sleeping, and every day I go to bed with the thought whether I'll be able to sleep today or not. So with that thought, some nights I struggle to sleep, and when I struggle, that makes me very unhappy. So can you please help me to have a solution so that I remain happy and I'm able to sleep then properly?
Means if you are happy during the whole day, there should be no problem for going to sleep. People who are carefree, those who don't have any worry, they live in the present, they do their best, leave the rest to God. There are certain principles in life. Before they go to bed, they hand over everything to God. They lead a trusty life. And especially before going to bed, they give all the account to God, just like a manager gives his account to the owner of the shop, and he is free. So then I don't have any problem to sleep. But we don't do that most of the time. We carry over what has happened today until tomorrow. We don't roll the scroll of the day. So I would suggest the brother who has asked the question, practice this every night. Before going to sleep, sit in meditation for a few minutes, talk to God, give everything that has happened, put in front of Him, ask for forgiveness if you had made a mistake, forgive other people if they have done some harm to you, and accept everything as being good. It's a lesson that I have learned. The last word before you go to sleep should be, thank you, God. And you feel as if you are sleeping in the lap of God, not on the bed. And you will fall asleep very easily. That's one thing. But then second thing is, throughout the day, if you are having too many waste thoughts and too many negative thoughts, you have drained your energy, and that has an impact on the body also. So we don't get proper sleep, not just because of psychological reasons. There are some physiological reasons, there are mental reasons. So we have to look into it. But as much as possible, develop an optimistic attitude towards life, see good in everything, accept everything is being good, and let go. Don't hold on to anything. So one slogan, remember, whatever has happened in the past was good. Whatever is happening now is also good. Whatever will happen tomorrow will be the best. This is a slogan we learned in Raj Yoga that helps us to put a full stop. Why, what? Because before you go to bed, if you start asking question, why, what, how, you actually activate your brain nerves, so you cannot go to sleep. So practice some discipline in your life.
Right. Thank you, Didi, for that practical application, as you mentioned. I'll just take this last question and then you can elaborate on maybe 3-4 minutes on that. You shared your experiences about Dadi Prakashmani and Dadi Janki, that how they are in and out the same, very pure souls from inside, and therefore they radiate that purity. And also, because of that, they have this very jovial and easy nature. In Hindi, the brother has mentioned they spread happiness through their ramanikta, which is by their entertaining nature or by interesting nature. So can you please share your own experience with maybe Brahma Baba as well and the Dadis as well, some personal experiences of how their easy nature makes others feel happy?
See, Prakashmani Dadi, I had many encounters with her. You know, she is such a cheerful person and such a person who is approachable for everyone, you know, and she's very entertaining also. She's like a child with the children, like a family person with the family people. You know, she has the balance of introversion and also entertaining nature. So we can see that, you know, like Dadi Prakashmani, we used to go to Peace Park. You know, we go to Peace Park, double foreigners, we all play games. Just imagine Dadi Prakashmani was playing cricket. You know, she was holding the cricket bat, and then Didi Manmohini will send the ball and she will hit the ball. Means like they are the administrative heads. But at that time, they forget that role. You know, they are now in the role of entertainment time, so they join. Like we are dancing Garba, sometimes Garba Ras, Bhangra, so they will come and join. You know, they dance with us, they eat with us, we all sit together, and sometimes we, you know, even with Sakar Baba, they used to make jokes. Manohar Dadi once was saying that, you know, they went to Baba's room after Murli and asked Brahma Baba, Baba said, Baba, can I ask you a question? You know, so Manohar Dadi asked Brahma Baba, Baba, how will a dumb person, if he wants to drink water, how will he ask? Can you act and show? So Brahma Baba showed like this. You know, of course, he cannot speak. So he will ask like this. So next question Manohar Dadi asked, how will a blind person ask for Caesar? So Brahma Baba closed his eyes and do like this. So Manohar Dadi start laugh loudly. You know, Baba said, why you are laughing? Did I say anything wrong? But Baba, blind person can talk. No, I want a Caesar. Why he has to close his eyes and do like this? So then Brahma Baba said, Mutti, you know, sweet word for daughter. You asked two questions, one after the other, too quickly, you know. So Baba got confused. So sometimes they used to have some kind of light moments like this, you know. So it's not like always serious. Like, so I remember once Mama and Baba used to play badminton. One group will be Baba's side and one group will be Mama's side. So many times when they throw the ball, Baba will lose the ball, you know. And then those who are on Mama's side will clap and say, oh, Baba lost. But Mama always was aware, very gambhir, you know, mature, always was aware that I am playing with God. So she used to warn the other sisters. They were all like children, you know, entertainment game. oh, Baba lost, we won, and Mama won. So Mama used to say, no, no, this is God, you know, you are playing with God, don't forget, you know. So like they were entertainment, they were laughing, playing, but at the same time, there was that awareness Mama used to create. So that is why, you know, they enjoyed being with Baba. So Dadi Janki is also like that, you know, many times uh, Dadi Janki also makes us make us laugh, you know, many times, because it's not like you need to be serious. You know, when you say introvert, doesn't mean that you have to have a serious face. Someone who is introvert is always cheerful, but does not mean that they have to laugh loudly. So in that way, we have to keep the balance of introversion and entertaining nature.
Lovely, beautiful sharings of your experiences. I can't stop laughing on that thing. Brahma Baba agreed that yes, a blind person can speak. That's really beautiful. Okay, so with this, I would like to thank once again Meera Didi for all the pleasure which we are having with your company. You're answering our questions. We can like to go on, but time is always the limitation. So with this now, I would like to invite Dr. Ashok Mehta to propose a vote of thanks to Sister Meera. Over to Dr. Ashok Mehta.
Thank you, Miraben, for beautiful talk and sharing with us some of the beautiful stories about Mama, Baba, Dadis. I think you had the excellent or a good fortune to be with such wonderful souls in the world. And of course, whatever you said has a lot of significance to our life and day-to-day practices. You have made the talk very, very scientific, very spiritual, and bringing all the beautiful things that we learn in Raj Yoga school of thinking. We are, I always feel that we are fortunate to be in that school of positive thinking where we think everything is positive. Whatever happens, that's a drama, and we just take it in our stride. Thank you very much for beautiful talk and sharing those beautiful anecdotes. Om Shanti.
Thank you so much, Dr. Mehta. So before we go on to the meditation with Didi, I'll just quickly share the screen and make the last bit of announcements for the next time. So hope you all can see the screen. Yeah, so as all of you know that following the talk of the senior Rajogi brother or sister, we go on into the experiential mode and we do these values workshops alternate fortnight. So we have with us Sister Shashi from London, who is also another very cheerful, bubbly, chubbly soul, all the time happy. So as you know, we do 2 hour session. The time is in front of you. The first hour, we usually do a couple of exercises on that particular value, being happiness this time. And then the last hour is the sharing by Sister Shashi for that workshop. And continuing for the Values for Life series episodes, the next episode 14th is on detachment. Hindi, we call it Anasakti or Nyarapan. And I think Asha Didi, who all of you know very well, she's the director of Om Shanti Retreat Center in Delhi. I think she really portrays that detachment in her talks and also in her behavior. So the best person to speak about that. It's on a slight change. We are trying to work out whether Saturdays are suitable for us or Sundays. So we are doing a few sessions on Saturdays. And so just note that it will be Saturday from next time onwards. It will be 29th, same time, 8 p.m. This time we had to accommodate Meera Didi's time, and we are actually fortunate. It's almost quarter to 11 that time now, but she's still with us. So it will be regular 8 p.m. time, India time. And for more information on the values workshops and the episodes, you can visit our website, which is vihasa.in. And also please feel free to visit the Vancouver website, where you can find a lot of information about various courses on Raj Yoga meditation. It's vancouver.brahmakumaris.ca, and you can email for Vihasa at vihasaindia@gmail.com. And for the Vancouver, it's vancouver@ca.brahmakumaris.org. And you can WhatsApp your comments, your queries, any feedback on this number. So with this, I'll just stop sharing the screen And over to Didi for the meditation. And Didi, should I play some background music in the
Background
this?
music is not necessary. Can I
Okay.
request all of them to open up the camera
Right.
so that I
Okay.
can see them? I
Yeah.
cannot see.
Yeah.
If
True.
they can unmute the camera, that will be very
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah. So if all the speakers, if all the participants can please open your video cameras, because Didi will be giving you beautiful, powerful drishti as well. That is a regular thing in Brahma Kumaris, which we practice during our meditation. And it will be a silent thing. I won't play any music in the background. Thank you, Didi.
No music.
Yeah.
Om Shanti. I allow my body to sit comfortably, relaxed. I take a long breath inside as I breathe in, feeling relaxation, and slowly breathe out to let all tension slip away. I turn my mind within, allowing all the sounds of this world to fade away at a distance. I become aware of myself as a living energy seated in the center of my forehead. Feel the living light in the center of your forehead. I am light. I am a soul. I, the soul, I am eternal, immortal, imperishable energy. I am peace. I am love. I am full of energy, power. I am truth. I am blissful. As I concentrate my thoughts on this being of light, I dive deep into myself. As I journey inwards, deeper, I touch the core of this being of light. I discover true peace. I discover true love, true happiness. I am a happy soul. Vibrations of this feeling of happiness emerges from deep within. I feel myself becoming very light in this state of happiness and peace. I have become so light and weightless in this soul conscious experience that I can move away from this body and I see myself floating beyond this body like a beam of light moving upwards. I am moving beyond the cosmos into the dimension of golden red light. I am light. I am in the region of golden red light, my sweet silent home. I absorb this silence in this home of souls. I see myself in the presence of the supreme light, like the sun, the supreme light is radiating so much light. I, the being of light, I come closer and closer to the supreme light. I am experiencing the rays of the light from the Supreme showering so much light and might, as if I am lost in the ocean of light. The Supreme light fills me with His love, peace, and power. I enjoy this union of I, the soul, with the Supreme light. Light upon light in silence. The Supreme light fills me with all the powers, and I feel totally empowered in the presence of the Supreme light. I am fully energized. I am prepared to return to this field of action. Slowly, I, the being of light, filled with God's peace, God's power and love, I slowly descend into this world of matter. I see myself returning to my body in the center of my forehead, radiating God's peace, love, and happiness out into the world. I am light. I am peace. I am bliss. I am filled with power. Keep this awareness as you go through the day, performing action. So feeling empowered. Om Shanti. 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 Thank you and
Thank
good
you, Didi.
night.
Thank you. Good night. Om Shanti.